Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Ramses Nava, commercial real estate broker. Super excited to go over today's topic. So, if you haven't watched any of my videos, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you find any value, go ahead and like and subscribe for some more content. And please check out my other videos that I have. So, just let's get started. I don't want to do too long of an intro. This is a video for either agents that are thinking about joining a real estate team, or maybe newly licensed agents. You guys just got started and everybody's telling you, hey, you need to go join a team, you need to do a real estate team, you need to work with a team, etc. So I wanted to just make this quick video to go over some of the, I guess, the pros, the cons, some of the differences. And forgive me if I'm not going in a complete order and if I go off topic a bit, but this is a unedited raw video that I want to make to just go out and help fellow agents out there. I wish I saw something like this when I first got started. So let's get into it, okay? When you first get your real estate license, like I said, you have two options. You can work by yourself, or you can work on a real estate team. So if you guys are already familiar with what a real estate team is and whatnot, then great. If you're not familiar with the real estate team, just in simple terms, it's basically just a team of other agents, typically led by one agent, a senior agent that has a lot of experience. He has a lot of clients, or she has a lot of clients, and they want to go ahead and pass on their leads that they have for people that want to buy and sell onto other agents, right? So they create what's called a real estate team. In a real estate team, it's all different. Every team varies, but typically you're gonna get a smaller split of your commission than you would typically get if you're working on your own. However, for the most part, you'll have a lot more support from your team. So if you're already on a team right now, please continue watching this video, because I'm gonna go over some things that make a team good, or maybe some red flags that you should realize if maybe your team fits some of these boxes I'm going to go into. So if you're asking, again, this video is all my opinion. There's so many other videos out there that I've seen people talking about different things, and I just wanted to make my own take on it for my viewers, my followers. So in my opinion, if you're just getting started in real estate and you have no experience whatsoever, and you want to get paid right away, you want to just go from your license to trying to get paid within 30 days or sooner, definitely I would consider joining a real estate team. So the benefit is, for the most part, if it's a great solid team, they're going to have the support there, right? They're going to have staff, they're going to have transaction coordinator at the very least, maybe an assistant. They'll have a marketing person. All you'll have to do is basically plug and play. You get a new listing, you get maybe a buyer that you're working with, whatever it may be. It's going to be a much more seamless process if you are on a good real estate team. Good real estate teams have the organizational skills, and they are running it like a true business, where you have leads coming in, you have conversions going on, and based on how many leads you're closing or converting, right, you're going to get more leads and so forth. So if you want to make money right away, like I said, and you have no experience, and maybe joining the real estate team is good for you. Working solo, it can be very difficult, but it's not impossible. And in all honesty, it's not a bad option either. The only thing, though, if you're working solo, you're going to work on your own. Just make sure you at least have one or two experienced agents that you can go to, to ask questions, because you're going to definitely have questions when you get into escrow, when you run into some problems with the sellers in the beginning, or the buyers in the beginning. You're going to have a lot of questions. So if you're not going to join a real estate team, at least talk with another, agent, and on the first deal that you close, maybe offer him a referral, or maybe even split the first deal with him, just as a kind gesture, as a thank you for them helping you out, he or she helping you out. So you want to make sure that you create those relationships if you're going to work on your own. In a team, on your own, this business is all relationships. It's not just with the owners and the sellers, but it's also with the other agents. That's why I'm making this video, to do an intro, for myself, and also to help other agents out there that maybe don't know some of this information. So I have some notes right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of look at the notes on what I have next to talk about. But when you are going to work on a team, if you're going to, if you're just going out to start to pick that team, I would go after a team, or I would try to work for somebody that you really emulate, that you really admire, that you really look up to. And reason being is because that's the person that's going to show you this business. So this leads into my next point. One of the cautions that I say to people when joining a team is that some agents, they're gonna bring you on the team, and you're basically not gonna get the training that you thought. It's not gonna be what you expected, and you're gonna have a tough time for the most part, recognizing what's right and what's wrong, because if you're new, you don't know any better, right? So one danger from joining a team, it could be a bad team, is that you're gonna build bad habits. And if it's a really bad team, then you could get in trouble legally as well. So just be very careful with that. Make sure that the person or the team that you're working with, make sure that they're honest, they're upfront, your splits getting into it, and definitely make sure you have something in writing, something signed. For the most part with teams, I don't know how it works with the residential teams, when you're selling homes, but I know that there is some sort of commitment that's involved. For the most part, I know there's a contract, or at the very least, some sort of, handshake agreement. But if I were you, I would really recommend getting everything in writing, no matter what you're doing, any agreements, because let's say you close a deal and then there's a dispute on commission, the last thing you want is to try to get your commission or argue your commission with nothing in writing. You want to make sure you have it in writing. So if you do go join that team, make sure that you have it in writing, and go from there. So the other thing about joining a team, if it was me going back and starting over, I would join a team that is a high producing team. So I would go work somewhere where they're doing either high volume, high price real estate, or they're just selling a lot of real estate. And the reason being is because if that team leader, right, if that person that has that team, or that company, right, that is a leader in what they're doing, you obviously know that they're doing something right, and you can learn something from them. Plus, practice makes perfect. Even though you're going to make less money, because they're probably going to take more of your commission to pay for the marketing, to pay for the management of the team. But it doesn't matter, because you're going to be getting paid consistently, and you're going to realize how the team operates and how you're supposed to operate a successful team. So if you ever decided later on down the line to make a team for yourself, then you know how to run a successful one. So those are just some of the pointers for working on a team. Again, I didn't go over everything, but I might mention some things right now if they come up. But the other thing in regards to solo, working solo, I think that it's actually a very good option if you want to try to figure things out on your own. I'm the kind of person that I love figuring things out on my own. When I first got started, I did work with my dad. He's a realtor. He sells houses right now. He showed me the business, he showed me the ins and outs, and I really appreciate working with him. But, it's my dad, and we definitely had our fair share of run-ins, butting heads on what I thought was right, or what I thought we should be doing. And at the end of the day, it just, didn't work out. But from my experience, that was the only team that I worked on. And I loved working with my dad, because he showed me the business. He showed me the ins and outs on how to get started, how to treat clients. And I really appreciate that. So again, for you guys that are watching this, that are thinking, should I work on my own or join a team? Like I mentioned, just if you're going to join a team, be very selective, okay? Be very selective and put yourself, I guess, in the future, look in the future and say, hey, can I see myself here for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it may be? Can I see growth here? What's my plan? Am I just going to come in here and do a few deals and leave? You want to be real with yourself too, because the last thing you want to do in this business is, waste time working with somebody that is not showing you the proper things, or is not educating you correctly. or maybe educating you poorly, showing you bad habits. So that's the last thing that you want. You're better off working on your own, and make sure that you, like I said, make a relationship with a few agents at your office, someone that you can trust, you connect with, a few people, right? And also your office manager. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you out. They're there to help you put deals together and to help you close them, because ultimately when you get paid, the brokerage gets paid in general. So again, that was just a quick topic on what to think about when choosing a team environment. I can really go into a lot right now, but I want to make these quick videos just as an educational video for people that are trying to decide should they join a team or not. So if you came across this video, thanks for watching this far, and if you found any sort of value, please like, subscribe, and I appreciate you guys watching. So hope you guys have a good day. Talk to you soon.